Local businesses are taking matters into their own hands. They are no longer waiting on the city to solve the homeless crisis and are coming up with their own ways of keeping people from camping on the sidewalks.
Yeah, some are installing bike racks or placing potted plants right outside their buildings, but that may not always be legal.
Fox 12's Connor McCarthy reports one real estate mogul's move to change the landscape near his building is raising some eyebrows.
They may look like bike racks, but real estate mogul and philanthropist Jordan Schnitzer says they do more than house bikes.
But it's one way of helping one, promote bikes for people that ride bikes, and two, help clean up the streets so that tenants can maybe look at this building and want to be here for their businesses.
For months, Schnitzer says the sidewalks in front of his building on Northwest Broadway between Flanders and Gleason was filled with tents, crime, and drugs. So the bike racks are a way to deter people from pitching a tent.
The bike racks are one solution, planters are another, but the key is really helping get people off the street and into facilities like the Bybee Lakes.
In Portland, bike racks and planters are legal on sidewalks. Bike racks need permits, but I found out today that planters do not. But all these need to be placed near the curb or a building out of the way of pedestrians. So planters like this are legal since it's located in what's called the furnishing zone. But some see planters and bike racks as hostile architecture to keep the unhoused from finding a place to sleep. Schnitzer, who donates millions every year to help the unhoused, says something needs to be done to clean up Portland.
I've been in a half dozen cities the last 6 weeks. Nowhere is it this bad throughout the whole city. That doesn't mean those other municipalities don't have homeless issues too, but this is the laughing spot of all the cities.
Schnitzer says the unhoused are people too, and we do need to help them. But there's a fine line between helping those on the streets and remembering tax-paying stakeholders. So while the bike racks on Northwest Broadway may only be one block in a city with miles of sidewalks, for Schnitzer, it's a small part in trying to bring Portland's image back.
We were a jewel nationally. Every other month, the New York Times would have an article about it being a foodie city or this, or come here, visit the mountains, the beach, all things we love. How this has gone down the sinkhole to be one of the embarrassments nationally is staggering.
And Schnitzer admits he did not get a permit for these bike racks because he said he didn't know that you needed one, but he did apply for one last Friday, he says. PBOT says that they weren't aware of the bike racks and they are looking at, quote, next steps.